Satnam, welcome to today's class. Today we're doing a Kundalini class for cultivating courage. So I drew a card for today's class, which I don't think you'll be able to see, but it's a very beautiful card called Follow Your Own Rhythm. And I thought I'd just read to you quickly the meaning of this card. Deep within, you are moved by an ancient, powerful force that cannot be tamed. It is the rising pulse of your connection to the life force. You feel it in your bones, in your blood, in your heart, and in your belly. When there is something dying within, you sense it falling away, no longer needed. You sense when it is time to rest and be patiently in transition. You feel the stirring of agitation and restlessness when new life calls you to create, to act, to step forward, to take a risk. You know that you march to your own beat, that no one else can tell you what your inner rhythms are, and that you must trust in your own timing. You cannot be rushed or forced, nor can you be held back when it is time to burst forth. Life celebrates and supports the natural rise and fall of your inner rhythms. And when I drew that card for today, as we work with this cultivation of courage, I thought it's just so perfect, because one of the most courageous things we can do is to follow our own rhythm. We're bombarded constantly with what we should do, what we must do. This is the best thing to do for you. And everybody seems to know exactly what you should be doing. And so it's very easy to lose sight of that inner feeling, that inner knowing, when you feel that something that you no longer need dying inside of you. And you know that you should let it go. But the message that you're receiving from outside is hold on to that, make it work at all costs. It takes courage to be able to say, actually, I know that this is not for me right now. Likewise, it takes enormous courage to go after something new when you feel that agitation, that rush, that passion, that this is a path that I have to follow. And everything around you says, no, this is the wrong time, or this isn't for you, this is for somebody else. You're not the kind of person that does that. But you feel that call, and heeding that call takes enormous courage. So cultivating courage, very much like what we worked with previously in intuition, is something that you work with, and everything works together. We know this. We know the body doesn't work in little pieces. Everything works together coherently. And so it is with courage and intuition. We have to bring everything together. You've got to learn to trust that inner calling, and following your own rhythm is one of the most courageous things that you will do. Today's class is Tuesday, so we're going to get a little bit hot. We may get a little bit sweaty. And I really implore you, follow your own rhythm. Slow down, speed up, listen to what your heart is telling you. Go to that call within that knows exactly what it is that your body needs, and follow that part of you. So let's start by tuning in, and bring your hands together. And just feel that beautiful connection between the palms, the warmth of your hands. Soften your face, check your Jalanda band, that your neck is in line with your spine. Chin very gently tucked in towards your throat, that the head isn't dropping backwards or forwards. And then come to your heart center. Lift up through your spine, tuck your tailbone under. Take a lovely long deep inhalation and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And we'll inhale to begin. Om Gurudev Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Adgurename, Jugadgurename, Satgurename, Siri Gurudeve Name. Adgurename, Jugadgurename, Satgurename, Siri Gurudeve Name. Adgurename, Jugadgurename, Satgurename, Siri Gurudeve Name. Deep breath in. And as you hold your breath in, just feel that beautiful dynamic energy. I bow to the primal wisdom. I bow to the teacher within me. And feel the courage that it takes to listen to that teacher within, to hear that voice that knows. Beautiful. And bring your hands to your knees. And let's start with spinal flexors. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Beautiful. Moving from the base of the spine. Following your own rhythm. Having the courage to do what feels right for you. Having the courage to swim against the stream. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Beautiful. Come to center and move to a Sufi grind. Listen to what your body needs today. Maybe it's faster, maybe it's slower, but be led by your own rhythm. Breath and rhythm with your movement. And changing direction. And come to center. You can drop your chin to your chest. Inhale as you roll your head back, and exhale as your chin moves across your chest. And of course, if that doesn't feel right, go within. See what your body needs. The only instructions that we have to follow during yoga, or if you do this, you could injure yourself, so make sure you do it that way. For everything else, you learn to trust your own rhythm, change direction. You learn to feel what your body needs, and you act on that instinct. And come to center. Hands on your shoulders, fingers forwards, thumbs backwards. Inhale left, exhale right. Just loosening up that spine. reaching up, lifting and twisting. That's it. And come to center, release your arms. You can open out your legs as wide as you can get them. Roll forwards onto your sitting bones and inhale at the center. Exhale, reaching your chin towards your toes. Inhaling up, exhaling down, keeping your spine straight. And just see if you can go 1% deeper with each exhalation. Gently encouraging the chest towards your thighs. No expectation or judgment, just a gentle encouragement. Inhale up to center, turn to face the right leg, and exhale, relax down. Softening and surrendering. Finding that courage within. Connecting to the voice without words. To that part of you that knows exactly what you need. And inhale up, turn to the left, exhale down. Each exhalation, a soften and surrender. And come across to center, relax here. And deeply soften. Use each exhalation and curl up. Bring your legs together. Reach upwards and stretch forwards. Inhale up and exhale down. Keep your neck in line with your spine so your head is hardly moving at all. Use the exhalation again to just gently encourage the chest down towards the thighs. Inhale, reach your arms up, reach all the way up. Hold your breath in. And exhale, come down and just sit here for a moment. Hands resting alongside your body, spine elevated, soften your face. And feel the energy flowing through this beautiful 90-degree angle that we create with the body. Take a long deep breath in through your nose and exhale loudly out through your mouth. Beautiful. And then we're going to lie down on our backs. And we're going to start today's Kriya with stretch pose. So remember, stretch pose, the full expression of the posture is palms facing downwards over the thighs, and lift the feet off the mat and look down towards your toes. And we do that with a strong breath of fire. So you feel the belly moving up and down as you hold the posture. Any pain or discomfort in your lower back, you bring your hands underneath your buttocks to support your lower back, and you do the posture this way. If there's still pain or discomfort, Do one leg at a time and just change. So really listen to your body, feel what your body needs. Come to the most comfortable posture for you. And remember, breath of fire, we don't do if we're menstruating or pregnant. So make sure that if you are menstruating or pregnant, you're doing long, deep breathing. And let's begin. Feet up, looking down towards your toes, and breath of fire. Make sure you can feel your belly moving, your lower back is pressed into the mat, and that your belly is strongly pushed in towards your spine. It's really important that you protect your lower back in this posture. Keep your breathing strong and focused, eyes gazing at the tip of the toes. Powerful breath. You're doing really well. Stay with it. Just a few more seconds. Beautiful. Pushing past the pace of comfort. 10 seconds. Nice strong breath. Hold it in. And release. Hug your knees to your chest. Take a lovely long deep breath in. Hold your breath, squeeze more band, lift the pelvic floor and the anal muscles. And exhale, release. Come to Shavasana. Take your feet mat distance apart. Palms face up, eyes closed. Feel what you're feeling. Staying present and connected in your breath. Beautiful. Allow the magic to happen in the space of stillness and silence. And when you're ready, hug your knees to your chest, rocking gently from side to side, and roll up and over, coming to Sukhasana, to easy pose. Beautiful. So the next pose we're going to do requires focus and balance. So you're going to find your drishti point, and the drishti point is a single point of focus. So for me personally, I like to gaze at something on the floor, but maybe you want to keep your eyes in your eye line, so you're going to find something directly in front of you. And we're going to do boat pose. So we're going to start with half boat. We're going to start here. Knees up in line, feet up in line with your knees. Hands at your sides, palms facing each other. Find your point of focus. Now, what's really important when you do this pose is that you find your point. So coming onto your sitting bones, and then find your coccyx, and you want to find that gap between your sitting bones and your coccyx. You want your spine to be really straight, because if your spine curves, you're obviously like a ball and you're going to roll. So come to that point, and if you're finding this a little bit tough, maybe you're holding your legs to support yourself to see what it is that your body needs. Palms facing together. And we're just going to hold here first of all with long deep breathing. Breathing through the nose, keeping the spine straight, belly is strongly engaged. If you feel steady, maybe you can close your eyes. Otherwise, stay with your drishti point. Feel what's happening in your body. Feel the strength that you need to stay here, the courage that you're building. Beautiful. Stay with it. Find a way. Just 10 more seconds. Beautiful. Now grab hold of your big toes. Straighten your spine. Find that gap between the coccyx and the sitting bones. Now lift your feet up off the mat. So maybe this is where you're staying. That's absolutely fine. Maybe you half open your legs and you stay here in a kind of happy baby pose. Or maybe you open your legs all the way. Wherever you go, that's absolutely fine. And we're now going to start a strong breath of fire. Beautiful. So remember, not if you're menstruating or pregnant. Keep the breath strong. You want to feel the movement of the belly with breath of fire. It's not just pulling the breath in and out of the nose. You want to feel the belly pulling in towards the spine on the exhale. This is an energizing breath. It's a cleansing breath. Keep it strong. Beautiful. Keep going. We're nearly there. And release. Bring the soles of your feet together and push your feet as far away from your body as you can get them, and then relax down. Obviously, if you've got a dog, he gets a really nice cuddle in this. If not, just quietly go within. Well, Fred's had enough. Beautiful. And just soften. Deeply relax. Feel that letting go, that release. It takes courage to be who you are. It takes courage to stand up for what you believe in. And it takes courage to move out of your comfort zone. Curl gently up. Come to standing. So for the next exercise, you're going to have your feet slightly wider than hip distance apart. Make sure that there's space behind you and around you. And the exercise is very simple. We're just going to, as if you were doing swimming and doing butterfly. So both arms moving in unison, coming over your shoulders. And let's go. That's it. Very nice. So just that butterfly movement. Close your eyes. Get your movements into rhythm with your body. Very good. And now really trust yourself. You may want to go faster. You may end up going slower. Whatever feels right for you in this moment. You want to keep your elbows nice and straight. And see if you can soften your face. Keeping your breath conscious, the elbows nice and straight. Feel supported through your legs and your feet. Beautiful. You can feel the heat building up in the body. First with the belly, with stretch pose and boat pose. And now on the shoulders and the chest. And feel, even though we're working with the shoulders and the chest, take your attention to your belly and feel what's going on there. Feel the heat there as well. Find a way. Keep going. Elbows nice and straight. Beautiful. Remember, be gentle with yourself. Trust that you've got this. And if you need to slow down, slow down. What does my body need? And come to center. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, same movement, Now the arms going backwards. Beautiful. Very nice. Notice how different it feels. Feel the opening in your chest. What's happening in your belly? Is your belly more engaged or less engaged? What about your breath, your heart? As we know, when we sweep our arms through the magnetic field like this, we're cleansing out everything that we've been carrying energetically that we no longer need. But we're also strengthening this magnetic field. And we've spoken so much about how important it is to keep the magnetic field strong. And particularly when it comes to courage, following your own rhythm. When we don't have a strong magnetic field, we gather the energy of everyone around us. And it's really, really difficult to find your own rhythm when you're carrying everybody else's energy. You feel that heat in your shoulders now. Beautiful. Keep going. Find a way. Find a way. Ah, this body of ours loves to be challenged. Of course, it is the mind we have to overcome. So we've got just 20 more seconds. Beautiful. Keep going. Maybe you want to go a little faster for the last 20 seconds. What have you got left in you? What can your body give you right now? Beautiful. Keep going. And wow, release. Come to stillness. Take your awareness into the atmosphere around your body. Feel that energy as though it was something tangible. Notice the sensations in your fingertips around your body. There's such an awareness around the whole body right now. Beautiful. Take a deep inhalation through the nose. Hold your breath in and squeeze more band as you lift the pelvic floor and the anal muscles with the breath held in. Keep the breath in. There's a temptation to release the breath, but go deep and hold on to it. Take more breath, hold it, and visualize that breath as a beautiful healing white light. And visualize that breath moving into every single cell in your body. And exhale, release. Come to Tadasana, bring your feet together. Feel what you're feeling. This is the yoga. This stillness, this quiet. This is where the yoga happens. Beautiful. And if your eyes are closed, keep them closed. If your eyes are open and it feels safe to close them, close them. And just go into your body and experience what's happening in your body. See if you can find the courage to do that thing that you want to do. The thing that you've been holding back on for fear, for the thoughts that have held you prisoner. And ask yourself, is that fear real? Or do I have the courage to do it? Now for the next exercise, we're balancing once again. So those of you that did the Hatha class for courage, we're drawing on what we built yesterday. So find a point to focus on, a gazing point, your drishti point. And bring your weight onto your left leg and bring your right leg up. Now we're going to do this pose in phases so that wherever you are, you can be completely steady. It is much better to stay here with the leg bent, holding the leg in position and gazing on your focal point than it is to be wobbling and falling out of a more advanced version of this pose. Sometimes it takes courage not to do something. Sometimes we need the courage to say, this is where I am, and it's okay to be here. So I really want you to draw on that energy in this pose. Where can I be absolutely stable and completely comfortable? So we're going to start by bringing the weight onto the left leg. Bring the right knee up, parallel to the body. And you can maybe just hold the thigh, keeping this leg in position. If you feel nice and strong, maybe you just extend the foot forwards and you hold it there. But maybe you feel like it's possible to interlink your hands underneath your foot. So maybe you stay here. Or possibly extending all the way. But wherever you are, make sure you're completely steady. And maybe you stay here for a few seconds and then you go back. That's absolutely fine. Breathe with consciousness and awareness. Find that inner courage to be exactly where you need to be. And release. Come to Tadasana for a moment. Notice your heart rate. Notice your breathing. Is it shallow or deep? And then bring your weight onto your right leg. Bring your left leg up. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you extend the leg and you stay here. See, I've got dirty feet there. Maybe you interlink your hands underneath your foot and extend here. Wherever you are, just be all there, completely present, focused on this one point, breathing with awareness, having the courage to be exactly where you are, without expectation, without judgment, completely present. And release. Come to Tadasana. Take a long deep breath in. Squeeze more bund, lift the pelvic floor, lift the anal muscles, and visualize the breath as a beautiful healing white light moving through every single cell in your body. Take more breath in, hold it, draw the energy in, and exhale, come to stillness. Feel what you're feeling, present and aware in your body. So alive, so connected to all that is. And then bring your palms together, come up on your toes, come down, and just pause here for a moment, finding your point of balance and awareness. And then come down onto your knees. Be here, be aware, feel everything that's moving through your body. And for the next exercise, we're going to bring the palms together, reach up over the head, take a deep breath in, and exhale, come down. Inhale, rise up, lean back, and exhale, coming down. Moving at your own speed, in your own rhythm, really feeling the connection in your body. And let's go. Inhale up and exhale, drawing your forehead down. And just continuing at your own pace, at your own rhythm, feeling this beautiful connection to earth, to sky, to air. Feel this rhythm that is your own, that you have the courage to follow. All great things are achieved when we step away from the crowd, when we prove that the impossible is possible. Keep going. Finding that movement. And coming up, reach up, deep breath in. Stay active to your fingertips. Visualize the breath as a beautiful white light, and send that healing white light to every single cell in your body. Reach up through your fingertips, take more breath in, hold the breath, and turn your palms to face outwards as you exhale slowly down and come to stillness and just feel what you're feeling. Feel that rhythm in your heart, in your breath. That connection, a beautiful connection to all that is. Beautiful. And again, just check in with the energy around your body. What does it feel like? What emotions are you experiencing right now? How can you amplify those emotions if they're desirable? And how can you let them go if they're not? Really starting to experience what you're feeling with curiosity. And then coming onto your hands and knees. And start moving through cat and cow. Inhaling down into cow as you lift your head up. And exhaling up into cat as you curl your spine. And just continuing with this beautiful movement. Keeping your breath. Moving with your body. Whatever that feels like for you. Whatever rhythm your body needs. Beautiful. Keep going. Finding this rhythm, this pace, moving your spine, staying conscious and connected to your breath. See what your body needs and honor that space. Beautiful. Keep going. The easy path is to follow the herd. To do what everybody else is doing doesn't risk judgment and doesn't need courage. But to take a path that is uniquely your own, to follow the call of your soul, is when true courage is called for. And come to neutral, deep breath in. Squeeze more bund, lift the pelvic floor and the anal muscles, tighten the abdominal bellies, and apply the Jalanda band, bringing the neck in line with the spine. You've got all three locks active. Keep the breath in and visualize the breath moving through the body, activating the spine, activating the cells. Take more breath in, hold it there. Visualizing that path of breath. And exhale. Come down onto your belly. Bring your big toes together. Allow your heels to flop out to the sides. Hands make a pillow and forehead rests on the hands. And we rest here in Makrasana, crocodile pose. Fully alert, but completely relaxed. Absolutely still. Just like the mighty crocodile. Deeply relax here. This is where the magic happens. In this space of stillness and silence. The answers are revealed. Your courage is uncovered. Beautiful. And rousing yourself from that beautiful space of awareness. Grab hold of the outside of your feet, coming into Dhanurasana, bow pose. And what we're going to do is we're going to inhale, lift the thighs, lift the chest, and exhale, drop down. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, drop down. Now, for a lot of people, this is a very provocative posture. We're leaning on the belly. The belly is where we hold lots of unexpressed emotions. We're leaning into the lower back. We're strengthening the shoulders where we carry our burdens. So even though this can be deeply uncomfortable, just do your best. Go as deeply as you can into each upwards movement and come down. Very often there's this deep desire to stop this movement. But I urge you to find the courage to keep on, even when it starts to feel really challenging. Inhale up and exhale down. Just find your own rhythm to lift up and drop down. Obviously, if you're pregnant, you wouldn't be doing this. And if you're menstruating, it may feel really uncomfortable as we're digging really strongly down into the sex organs. So just trust what you need to do. If you need to adjust, do what your body needs. Beautiful. Lifting up and dropping down. That's it. Very, very nice. Keep going. Just a few more seconds. And release. Hands underneath your shoulders. Push up, push back. Hands to your feet, forehead to the mat. Soften down. Relax completely. As your forehead drops to the mat and your shoulders slump down to the floor, allow your hips to sink back onto your heels. And feel yourself completely soften, surrender. And very gently curling up. Coming up onto your knees. Take your knees slightly wider than hip distance apart. Bring your hands to the small of your back and press your hips forward as you drop your head back. Now that's absolutely perfect to stay in this posture, because with the Strasana, what we're caring about is that the hips are in line with the knees. So if you're leaning back and grabbing your ankles over here, you're getting no benefit from the posture. You need to be able to keep your hips in line with your knees, and then you can drop your head back, or you can stay here. Wherever you're in the most beneficial version of this posture for yourself. So coming into the pose, wherever that is for you, hands on the small of your back, or taking your hands to your heels. Press your hips forward, lift your chest up, drop your head back. And notice what happens when you drop your head back, wherever you are. You're exposing your jugular. You're lifting your chest. The two most vulnerable parts of your body are fully exposed and unprotected. And it takes courage to expose yourself in that way, to surrender. Lift your chest up higher, drop your head back even further. Press your hips forward. Feel that vulnerability. And know that courage and vulnerability walk hand in hand. Lift up even higher, drop your head back even further. That's it. Feel the strength and power and vulnerability. The courage it takes to be there. Beautiful. Then bring your hands to the small of your back. Sit back on your heels, take your hands to your feet, and drop your forehead to the mat. Soften here. Keeping your forehead on the mat, take a beautiful, long, deep breath in. Hold your breath and squeeze more bund, lifting the pelvic floor, lifting the anal muscles, and hold it there. Keep it there. Breathe into that space. And exhale, release. Remain in stillness. This is where the magic is happening. And then very gently curling up onto your knees. And the last exercise in this kriya for cultivating courage is frogs. Our favorite, we love frogs, our body loves frogs, and we're only doing 1 minute of frogs. So we're going to go absolutely as quickly as we can for 1 minute. It's really quick. So come to a squatting position. Now we're on the toes, the heels are off the mat, and they remain off the mat for the duration of this movement. Hands are on the floor in front of you. We're going to inhale, straighten the legs, drop the head down, and exhale, bring your hips down and look up. Now this is going to be a rapid movement, so as quickly as you possibly can for just 1 short minute. And let's go. Keep your breath in rhythm with your movement. Move as quickly as you can. Beautiful. You're doing really, really well.
And this feels so amazing. We're flushing the brain, flushing the eyes, flushing the ears, stimulating the heart, building strength and stamina in the legs. The lungs are expanding and opening. We can feel the fingertips stimulated. Every single part of the body feeling the benefits of this beautiful, beautiful movement. And we've only got 10 seconds left, so just go as quickly as you can for these last 10 seconds. And release, come down, take a lovely long deep breath in. Squeeze more band. Lift the pelvic floor. Lift the anal muscles. Hold the breath in. Take more breath in and hold it. Beautiful. And release. And you can lie down on your mat in Shavasana, lying on your back with your feet mat distance apart, your palms facing up, and your eyes closed. And before we start the final relaxation, just take a moment to feel that exquisite sensation of being completely alive. Every single cell in your body vibrating with this beautiful healing energy. Check in with the energy around your body. And hear these words again. Follow your own rhythm. Deep within, you are moved by an ancient, powerful force that cannot be tamed. Just think about that. That powerful force that cannot be tamed. That is where your courage is. It is the rising pulse of your connection to the life force. You feel it in your bones, in your blood, in your heart, and in your belly. Go there now. Go to your bones, to your blood, to your heart, to your belly, and feel that untamed courage that lives within. When there is something dying within, you sense it falling away, no longer needed. You sense when it is time to rest and be patiently in transition. You feel the stirring of agitation and restlessness when new life calls you to create, to act, to step forward, and to take a risk. Whether you're in transition or stepping forward to take a risk, courage. It all takes courage. You know that you march to your own beat, that no one else can tell you what your inner rhythms are, and that you must trust in your own timing. And so as your entire body relaxes fully and completely, toes, feet, ankles, calves and knees, thighs and hips, feel the courage in your bones, in your blood. Abdomen, chest, heart, lungs, shoulders, arms and hands, relax. Go to your heart and your belly and connect to your courage, to that part of you that always knows, to that part of you that is crying to be seen and heard. And you relax your neck and your shoulders, your face, your eyes, nose, mouth, and tongue. Your entire body is so beautifully relaxed. And in this space of deep relaxation, you know that courage isn't always heroic. You know that sometimes courage is stepping back. It takes courage to say, this is not for me. As much as it takes courage to say, I will do this at all costs. And ask yourself now, knowing that I have the courage, what will I do? Where will I stand up? And where will I step back? Breathing into that space of awareness, into that space of deep healing and knowing, into that space of courage. And again, we remember Brené Brown's words. You can choose courage or you can choose comfort. You cannot choose both. And there is peace within, and there is peace around, and there is peace in all the world. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Can start to bring your awareness to the rise and fall of your chest. Very gently rubbing your thumbs across your fingertips, moving your toes. And you can take your arms above your head, have a beautiful stretch. Hug your knees to your chest. And drop your knees to the right as you look over your left shoulder. Change sides. And come back to center, rub the soles of your feet and the palms of your hands together, rocking all the way up. And coming to Sukhasana, to easy pose. Bring your hands together. May the long-time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Satnam. 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 Have a beautiful, beautiful day.